look like plain old Georgia to me. This looks more like Pittsburgh. I wonder if they speak English in Pittsburgh.
What up, everyone? It's that time of year again. It's New Year's resolution time. Now, the last 2 years I've done it in writing, but one of my resolutions last year was to make more YouTube videos, and so in keeping with that, I've decided this year's resolutions will be in video form. So I'm back in my beautiful, wonderful, freezing cold hometown of Cranberry, and figured we might as well start off by tallying up the score, see how we did with last year's resolutions, and then there's a person running. They're running the other way though, they didn't see me, because that would be embarrassing. So number one was make more fun YouTube videos, and I gotta say, I crushed this one. Knocked it out of the park, slam dunk, home run. That means the same thing as knock it out of the park. Another sports metaphor, you know? That means did a good job at this resolution. I passed 100 subs, which was cool. That was a big benchmark for me. And I'm really excited to sort of follow this video making trajectory into 2022, making way more videos. I've got a lot planned, so. Number two was gain some pounds, and I technically gained 2 pounds, so success, but kind of a new perspective on this whole thing, and we'll get to that when I get to this year's resolutions. So jumping right ahead, number three was to try a new food off of the menu every time I ate out. And I did this for a while, but sometimes you just want to get a breakfast burrito and not some stupid salmon bullshit. Number four was to walk 100 miles, and I didn't keep track of mileage, so I don't know actually if I succeeded at this one, but I did a lot of hikes, I did a lot of walks, so I'm gonna consider this one rocked. Number five was setting strong boundaries, and
yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
But I feel like I'm ending the year in a good place, or at least I'm going into the new year with a good game plan, which I count as success. Oh. Number six was to drink more water. Definitely didn't do this one. I definitely need to drink more water still. Number seven was to keep a positive attitude, a good energy. And without exaggeration, I would say 2021 was probably the worst year of my life so far. Year two of a global pandemic, end of a toxic relationship, death in the family, lost a friend or two, did some of the worst jobs of all time, and I got shingles on my face. So yeah, the fact that we made it through still on our feet should count as a success in this department, even if it wasn't cheery all the time. You know, we ate shit with a grin. So if you tally all of those up, you get about a 4 out of 7 or a 57%, which is an F. Or to put it another way, I'm the single greatest baseball batter of all time. So it's all about perspective. But now that we've done all of last year's, we've recapped. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get into 2022's resolutions. My first resolution for 2022 is to get stronger. Last year I had a resolution that was sort of similar. It was gain some weight. And now looking back on it, I think maybe that's the wrong focus. I think that focusing on weight is maybe not the healthiest goal to set when talking about diet and exercise. So this year, instead of focusing on weight, I'm gonna focus on fitness and on strength. And I started rock climbing a couple of weeks ago, and right now I climb at a V2 level, but my goal is to, by the end of 2022, climb at a V4 level. And I don't know if that's possible. I think it's possible. And what's nice about this resolution is that this is a very tactile goal. I'll know at the end if I completed or failed it, which is great because a lot of the other ones are sort of philosophical in nature, and so there's no metric, but this one, I will know at the end if I succeeded or failed. Number two is let go of the cringe. Another thing that I want to do this year is sort of let young Zach off of the hook. I found that I'm very judgmental of the embarrassing decisions younger Zach has made, and while certainly some of those decisions deserve judgment and criticism, specifically the one you're probably thinking of, but for the most part, none of the other ones deserve to be judged or criticized. Being young and dumb is just inherently embarrassing, and it's only when you look back on it with the experience of an adult that you realize that it's embarrassing. And so I kind of want to let myself off the hook, not dwell on that embarrassing feeling I feel now looking back on it, just allow myself to be cringe in the past. I think that will sort of allow present Zach to take more risks, be a little bit more embarrassing, a little more goofy, sort of lean into the cringe, because I think there is something charming about that. And I think if you are so critical, so judgmental of past you for being that way, it makes it very hard to allow yourself to be that way now. So Does that make sense? Basically, I'm just going to be cringe. That's this resolution. Number 3 is visit 4 national parks. I think this is very achievable, especially since one of my big YouTube missions this year is to make more adventure content like the Joshua Tree video. I found that video to be very fun and fulfilling, and it combined all the things that I'm passionate about very nicely. And most importantly, I didn't have to make a goddamn craft. Number 4 is be a killer.
You have to be a killer.
Not a tangible one, but this year I want to be a little more ruthless. Well, maybe not ruthless, but I definitely want to be more confrontational. Right now I'm a little conflict avoidant, you know, I step out of the way to allow other people to remain comfortable, and I don't think that's the best for business or for, you know, my own well-being. And so this year, that's done. We're gonna take up space. We're not gonna say sorry when we don't actually have anything to be sorry for. And in addition to that, we're going to tell people how we feel about them. We're gonna be honest about our opinions. You know, we're gonna get ours before we get got. Number 5 is be more decisive. Now, this is sort of an extension of the last one. I've noticed that good leaders are very decisive. So in 2022, if someone says, hey, Zach, where do you want to eat? I'm not going to say, I don't care, or I don't know, or Instead, I'm just going to decide. Easy. Number 6 is drink more water. This is one of my resolutions every single year, and I don't think I've ever been successful, but this year, I got this cute little Nalgene, so this is going to be the year, fellas. Number 7 is fuck yes or no. This is one that I'm borrowing / stealing from Mark Manson because I think it's the perfect thesis for our goals in 2022. Basically, our relationships have to be a mutual fuck yes, I'm in, this is a great thing that I want to be a part of, or they're a no. I spent a lot of 2021 wasting time and energy on people that did not appreciate or want my time and energy, and so this upcoming year, no more of that. I'm only giving my precious time and energy to people that are, fuck yes, I want that energy. So yeah, those are my resolutions for 2022. There are 7 of them. I think if I do all 7, then this year's gonna be perfect. What could possibly go wrong?